Please stand the prayers.
Vakratunda Mahakaya
Suryakoti Samprabha
Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Angikam Bhuvanam Yasya Vachikam Sarvavagmayam Aharyam Chandrataradi Tam Numaha Satvikam Shivam Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunatu Saha Vidyam Karavavahi Tejasvinaviditamastu Ma Vidvishavahaihi Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Hari Om Sadgurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
Thank you, everyone. We will start.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Omkara.
Sir, I have a
Yeah,
doubt.
tell me. Ask.
Sir,
Please go ahead.
In your screen, it is showing Bhagavad Gita class online for community children.
Yeah, it is. I will change it. Don't worry. I will change the name. Okay.
Sir, did we already start with the verses?
Yeah.
Uncle, I had dance class. Sir, even me.
Children, we will ask the doubt at the end of the class. Okay, we'll ask the doubt at the end of the class.
Start with the verses.
We will start the class, children. We have less time. We have a speaker today, so we should not be spending the time on discussion. We will come to that. Okay. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. As I always tell you, children, this teaching to us is only possible because of our gurus. Like here, Swami Paramarthananda ji, and his student is Dr. Hegde. And we are all student of Dr. Hegde. Okay? From him, we get all the teachings. So I have sent you the small book of Swami Paramarthananda ji. All children who are new, they will slowly get one verse or one moral story, and it has to be done through this book, which is already sent to you in WhatsApp. Now, coming to a little bit revision of what is Bhagavad Gita. It is having how many verses, children?
700.
And how many chapters?
18.
And how it is divided into how many shatakams?
It is the shatakams talk about first 6 talk about the karma yoga, second 6 talk about the upasana yoga, and third 6 talk about the jnana. The first 6 talk it is the Tvam Padartha, and the second 6 are it is the Tat Padartha, and the third Shatkam is the Asi Padartha.
Very nice, very nice. Both Aditi and Kuhu. See, the Prathama Shatkam. which we are going to deal afterwards. We have already finished first chapter of Pratama Shatkam. In that, children, what is taught by Lord Krishna to us is your self efforts are important. Okay, first you should have efforts. Yes, yes, Vishnu.
Self.
I can't hear you, Vishnu. Sorry.
Self. Sir, he's saying self efforts.
Yeah. So you have to join the class, isn't it? So there is some self efforts. You can't say I will sleep and still I will understand the class. You have to open your laptop or iPad or whatever you have. You have to connect to internet. You have to sit quietly to understand it. That is the effort is required.
Yes, uncle.
Then the Madhyama Shatakam. It is about God Himself. And this is what we are learning to 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga. So we have seen in the last verse of last class by Kaina, Asummudaha. Can you tell me something about Asammuda children?
Sir, can I say?
Yeah.
And Asamuda is the
Gopika.
person. Yes, sir. And
Oh,
Asamuda
okay,
is the
Gopika.
person
Go ahead.
and Asamuda is a person who like travel to places which which normal person can't go, like astronauts, scuba divers, snorkelers.
Correct.
Sir,
But it
shall I
doesn't mean
also
that.
say?
Yeah. Who is that?
Divyanshi.
Divyanshi. Okay, Divyanshi. You try and tell us. Yes, go ahead.
Asamuda means the persons who think about the world means they don't they are not normal, means they think more than us. They think
Very
very
nice.
deeply
So,
and more. Sir,
yes, who is that?
sir,
Name?
these people, they have perseverance.
Perseverance. Very good. So these are
And
all the
also they have full faith on God that if I go to space, God will not let anything
yes,
happen, or if I
yes,
go
Vibhuti.
deep into the
Yes.
ocean, nothing will happen.
So the literal meaning in this verse was discriminative. Those who have power to understand what is right, what is wrong. Okay. So these people are Asammuda, and you have correctly told me these people go to spaceship. These people do something experimental, not like normal individual. Okay. So Bhagavan Krishna like people who are doing something. Yeah. Who is that? Name?
Vishnu.
Vishnu. Yes, tell us, Vishnu.
Can I tell an example?
Please give.
One example is like we can invent something, and if it's something dangerous and means it's very difficult to make, if we have faith in God, then also.
Correct. Correct. Right. So that was the last verse we did. And our rishis also were so powerful. Only they found the answers. Like Newton has found the gravitational force, isn't it? The apple which was falling from the tree, only Newton understood. Okay, this is something different. All others, whatever falling from the tree, they will eat. So our rishis also, anything which they got from the directly from Lord Vishnu, they have written it down for us. And this is how Bhagavad Gita also has come. Today we have Dr. Indumati ji. She is grandmother of two kids. Both are in Singapore. She was in SBI Bank as a manager for children 35 years. And she is a very good singer. She has done that for almost 35 to 40 years. She's singing. Today she will tell us about Vibhuti Yoga in a way that we'll understand. It will be a fun for all of us. So please be attentive. Don't on your mic until unless she is completed. Okay, madam, over to you.
Again. Namaste.
Namaste, madam.
Good
You can
evening,
go ahead,
all
madam.
of you, small young children. I feel privileged and very happy to be with you all. I listen to your talks and answers. I'm elated, feeling very happy. I think you have been learning now Bhagavad Gita chapter 10, Vibhuti Yoga. And I know that Dr. Sachin uncle has already taught you and you have learned 3 verses and you know so much about Vibhuti Yoga so far. I'm very happy to once again just give you a small recap. Like the 10th chapter is one of the very, very important. Of course, all the 18 chapters are important, but 10th chapter tells us all, it means Vibhuti Yoga, which tells us the glories of Lord Vishnu, Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, the God. As you have already learned, this chapter, the Lord says, I am the origin, the beginning of the whole universe, and there is nothing beyond me. You will know about this when you study chapter 7, where Bhagavan quotes in a verse which is very popular, famous, and important too. That verse says, Matta parataram na anyat. Matta parataram na anyat. Kinchidasti dhananjaya. Mai sarvamidam protam. Sutre mani gana iva. Lord here says, everything is strung in me as a row of beads, a row of jewelry in a thread. The whole universe is within me. They're all strung within me. So you can imagine how huge, how great Krishna is. You can find him everywhere. Similarly, Sri Krishna as the self-eternal, supreme power, he is all-pervading. All-pervading means he is everywhere. As you see the sky, the moon, the Lord, the sun, the bhumi, the earth, everywhere you find him. He is all-pervading. He is everywhere. And he is the source of all the names and forms. How do we recognize the universe? There must be something for us to say. What is this? What is that? When we start talking about, we talk about different forms, different names. He is in all of them, pervading in all of them. You have already seen and known that this Vibhuti Yoga, chapter 10, describes the power of Lordship, pervasiveness, that is all-pervading. He is everywhere. And the Lord is operating within all of us. That is the self. So now Lord Krishna, as a teacher, feels encouraged by Arjuna's happiness. Arjuna is now different. We have seen him in chapter 1. He was confused. He was scared. He didn't know what to do. He didn't have confidence to fight the war in the Kurukshetra against Kauravas. Very, very, very bad people. He didn't know what to do. But now, as he's being advised and told step by step by Lord Krishna to take courage, take strength, have confidence, believe in himself, believe in the Lord, he is now a different Arjuna. He is getting more and more interested in knowing about the Lord, his vibhutis, his power, his strength, his confidence and what not. So Arjuna, after asking different questions, Krishna now knows Arjuna is now coming to the point. This is the time for me to tell him about my infinite nature, endless nature, and he tells him, and he's delighted to tell him also about his powers, that is Vibhuti. So the Lord has now decided to continue his teachings and says he is the Lord of all the worlds, Sarva Loka Maheshwaraha. Sarva Loka, the whole universe, different worlds. He is the Maheshwara. Thus, the third verse as the introductory part gets completed. So now Lord is here, Ishvara Swarupam and Ishvara Vibhuti. Now we shall see how is the self, that is the Lord, rules the world. Bhagavan Sri Krishna in these two stanzas, that is you have seen up to the third verse. In the fourth and the fifth verse, he gives the various qualities expressed by the mind and the intellect of the man. All the said qualities indicate a larger understanding of the term creation and clearly indicates that it means also our mental strength, our intellectual lives. The qualities here given by Lord Krishna are all positive qualities. How we should conduct ourselves, how we should face life. Gita teaches us not the verses and the meanings. It teaches from young. If you study Gita as you are doing now, by the time you become grown up, youth, you will know how to face life. Life will not be the same all the time. It varies. We have all the opposites also. But here, he gives us all the positive qualities. He says we should have good intellect, that is mental power, wisdom. Wisdom is ability to make good judgment. Delusion, false belief. One should not have false belief. Know the fact. Know what the matter is. Think about it. Then act accordingly. Right action. Truth. Always stick on to the truth. Never speak untruth or false things, and never believe also that which is not the truth. Self-restraint, that is self-control. You should be able to, supposing you don't like something, somebody tells you to do it, you should not do it. Have control over your mind, okay? Whatever you feel right, whatever your teachers, your gurus, your elders, your parents guide you, stick on to that, because they are always concerned about your welfare. They want you to be good children and grow up to be good citizens of the country and lead a positive, good life. Calmness, be calm. Don't get excited. Feeling good? Don't immediately shout and jump. Tell yourself, be calm, but enjoy. Take of good things, but don't get excited. Happiness, be cheerful and happy all the time. Then pain and pleasures will be there. Sometimes you'll be unhappy. Pain is not only getting hurt or getting injured. It may be like you would have worked hard, but somebody else gets more marks. Don't get disheartened. There is always a next opportunity. There is always a next chance. Next time you work harder, definitely you will achieve good results. So never get disheartened. You may lose some of your dear ones, your great-grandfather, your grandfather, as they get old and aged, or sometimes due to unrepairable diseases like cannot be cured. So don't get disheartened. Tell yourself, okay, it's okay. Let me take their morals, advices, and again follow their good rules. Then fearlessness, be brave. Never be scared of anything. Never be scared. Always tell yourself, God has given you good mind to think and good strength also. So be brave. Non-injury is not getting hurt, but you should not hurt others also. Sometimes we see children harming stray dogs, throwing a stone at it, unnecessarily harming. Don't do that. Then always equanimity. Keep a calm mind. Contentment. Be satisfied. Don't crave to get all the things by yourself, to your own self. Don't think, I want everything. I must have 10 pencils. I must have 12 pens. No, have contentment. I have two, no? That is enough. Let me give the third pen to a person, to a child, to my neighbor who has no pen at all. So learn to serve others. Then austerity, that is simplicity. Don't crave for luxury things. Beneficence, doing good always. Try to help others. You have learnt about dana. You know what charity is. So then you also know that the best example for charity is a tree. Tree is always so selfless. It always helps others in giving fruits, whatever, plants and trees, fruits, vegetables, shade, everything it gives, but never thinks nobody is giving me anything. It always helps others. So be like a tree. And fame, have good reputation. Bad reputation, to gain bad reputation is really a loss of life. It's really very, very, very bad. So always try to have good reputation. By doing good things, you will definitely give good reputation. Bhagavan, Srimad Bhagavad Pada Shankaracharya. I know you all have heard about Shankaracharya, the great saint of Hindus. He observes, we can consider these two stanzas as a complete commentary, and as the Lord of the world, Sarvaloka Maheshwara, is proved in these two stanzas, wherein the Lord has all these qualities. Maharsha, then coming to the next verse, that is verse number 7, we can see here, it is verse number 6. We have not completed 6, I know. Maharshaya sapta purve chatvaro manavasthata madbhava manasa jataha esham loka ima prajaha. Here, what Lord says is, Maharshayaha sapta purve, 7 Maharshis, greatest saints. All of them were very, very, very well-read and scholars and godly saints. Then 4 Sanakas, then 14 Manus, all great people. They were all born out of Lord's mind. So we can understand here, these people had possessed full powers like Lord Krishna only, and were born out of his mind. From them, these creations in the world were originated and sustained. That is, these 7 seers, 4 Kumaras, and 14 Manus were all born out of the Lord's own mind, and they together constitute the material and the efficient causes of the world. So the Lord here says that all of them are the children of my mind, and from them started this world. The wise joyfully and with intense eagerness worship me, knowing to be the source of all, that everything evolves from me alone. So, entertaining the one idea that I am everything, that is the Lord. Lord is saying here, entertaining, whoever entertains that one idea that I am everything, diverting all their energies towards me, that is towards the Lord, They sing my glory and they take delight in talking about me. Yes, they revel in him. They revel in Lord Krishna. That means enjoying in me. So the Lord says, I bless such wise men with Buddhi Yoga, and spend evening happy time with you. I wish you all the best always. You are all our Gita children. God bless you all. And I take this opportunity once again to thank Dr. Sachinji for having given me this blissful opportunity to be with you all. I don't know if I have taken more time. If so, I say sorry to you. And two corrections, sir. Two corrections. I'm just Indumati. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a banker. I just retired as special assistant computers. To just small corrections like. Thank you so much. Anyway, you have spoken so good about me. Once again, I thank you very much.
Thank you from all our children. And if there is any question, children, we will ask Indumati ji afterwards. So we'll go to today's beautiful story by Vidhi. Vidhi, go ahead.
Yes. So today I'm going to tell you this story of it was actually today I'm going to tell you a beautiful story which occurred in the Mahabharata. This was when the Pandava and Kaurava were small. Next slide. But before that, I would like to tell you more about the Gurukul system. So, what was here that all of them, they focused on what they loved and what they were good at. So, their system was not like in books. It was not theoretical. It was actually practical and all so like and also all focused on what they love and what they were good at. So in for example, Arjun, he only focused on archery. He didn't focus that much. Well, he had to learn a bit, but he didn't focus that much on other things, right? Like sword and all. So that, and then everybody was treated equally. So let me take an example of Krishna and Sudama. So how did they become friends? They became friends in the Gurukul, and it was not like because Krishna was the son of a king, so he was treated like a prince, and because Sudama was the son of a Brahmin, he was not treated like a Brahmin. They were both treated equally. And then they stayed in huts and slept on the ground. So they used to stay in huts, like those kacha houses, and they used to sleep on the ground, not in beds. And then they treated their guru like their god. So they were actually far from their parents, and their guru was the person guiding them. So they treated the guru like god. So that's why Gurukul system is a very, very good system. Next slide. Now, who was the guru? Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Who was the guru of the Pandava and Kaurava?
Dronacharya and Kripacharya.
Guru Dronacharya. Yes. Dronacharya. Correct. Okay. Like once. Next slide. So once there was like this Ashwathama, he one day he asked Dronacharya, कि father, why are you making Arjun your favorite pupil, and why do you want him to be the greatest archer in the world? Why not me? Then Dronacharya said, beta, because I'm doing this because Arjun is a good pupil, and also he likes archery, and he also desires to be one of the best archers in the world. So I'm doing it. If you're interested in something, I can do that for you also. So Ashwatthama said, I don't agree with you. Then Dronacharya said, okay, let me take a small test. So what he did, he with mud and clay, he made a fake bird and he put it on top of a tree. Okay, and then he told, then he called all his sishyas and he told, okay, so today I'm going to give you a little test, and the test will be to shoot right in the middle of the bird's eye. So, saying this, he called the first person, he called Duryodhan, and he told Duryodhan, take your aim. What do you see now? Then Duryodhan told, I see the blue sky, the tree, its fruits, the leaves, the branches, and the bird. Then Dronacharya said, okay, you may go back. And he called Dushashan. And then he asked Dushashan, what do you see? Dushashan answered, I see the tree, the bird, and the tree's branches. So then he told, okay, you also go back. Now he called Yudhishthir. Now Yudhishthir took his aim and he told, I can see the tree, and I can see below the tree there's an ant hill. So if I should be careful that when I shoot at the bird's eye, it should not fall down. Otherwise, the ants will lose their home. Then Dronacharya said, good thinking. You will become a great king, but for now, please go back. Then he called Bhim, and he asked Bhim the same question, what do you see? So Bhim told, I can see nothing. I can see the sky and the tree and the bird. And then he called Nakul, and Nakul said, I can also see the anthill, the tree, and the bird and the sky. Then then Dronacharya, he asked, then he asked Arjun. Now he told Arjun, take your aim. What do you see? Then Arjun said, Gurudev, I can see nothing but the bird's eye. Then Dronacharya took a small, he smiled, and then he asked, what is the bird's color? What is the color I painted the bird? Then Arjun said, I can't see that. I can't, pardon me, Gurudev, I can't see that. I can only see the bird's eye. Then Dronacharya said, okay, now shoot. And when he shot, he the aim went right into the bird's eye in the middle. Okay, and then Dronacharya said, look everyone, this is great archery. And then he looked at Ashwathama, and Ashwathama with a small guilt looked back at Dronacharya. So this is the story, and in this story also we get to learn that you have to always focus on your goal. Next slide. You have to always focus on your goal. There may be distractions. There may be like, maybe suppose, for example, if your gymnast teacher asks you to do one balance exercise, but you're not able to do it, and maybe your friend in home, maybe when you're practicing, you're not able to get it. Maybe somebody will call you down, or maybe you have to pick something up. So if you focus on doing it, if you focus on this thing, then automatically you'll get your goal. Thank you.
Beautiful, wonderful story, Vidhi. Thank you. So, children, see, the focus should be on one thing at one time. And also, if someone is better than you, that's not a problem. Actually, God is in you, me, and everyone, right? So, if someone is doing a better dance or a singing, or she is getting good marks, then you should think, oh, she or he is able to do because of what? The God within her. So you should actually appreciate. So you will go closer to
Not
God.
feel
Okay.
jealous.
So coming to yeah, you should not feel jealous. So there are some qualities now going to be described by 10.4 Narayani and 10.5 Akash. So please listen to it carefully. Narayani, go ahead.
Namaste to all. Today I'll be explaining the verse 10.4. So the verse goes like this. Buddhe jnanam sammohaha. Shama satyam damah shamaha.
Shama
Shama
Satyam
Sukham dukham bhavo bhavaha. Bhayam bhayam cha bhayameva cha. We'll see the meaning in the next. Buddhir, intelligence. Jnanam, knowledge. Asammohaha, non-delusion. Kshama, patience. Satyam, truthfulness. Tamaha, sense control. Shama, mind control. Sukham, pleasure. Dukkham, pain. Bhava, birth. Abhava, death. Bhayam cha, fear. Abhayameva cha, fearlessness. In running meaning, it is intelligence, knowledge, non-delusion, patience, truthfulness, sense control, mind control, pleasure, pain, birth, death, fear, fearlessness. Next slide, please. So this is an example of a pyramid, and you have to think it is a pyramid of life. So in the first picture, you will be seeing a pyramid like a triangle, and in the second picture, you'll be seeing it is as a upside down pyramid. So what happens when we make the pyramid triangle shape is when we have mind control. So we have mind control, we'll be having sense control. And if we have sense control, we'll have the knowledge, and with the knowledge, we'll get the intelligence. And while having the intelligence, we have illusion in our minds. Like, oh, this is this is that, or whatever reason. After that comes, you will have pleasure. And pleasure, you will think it will be your second birth on earth. You will have no fear that you to make the pyramid. You will not have any fear to show it to him. So you'll be fearless. So this is the consequences when you make it in a triangle shape. Consequences of the upside down one will be, if you don't have your mind control, you will not have your sense control. With that, you will not have your mind control. You will not have knowledge or intelligence. And then you will have pain. With that, you will have fear. And after having fear, you'll be like, oh my God, why this is happening to me? And then automatically you will feel that you're losing yourself. So, and always when we are making this, We should be patient. We should not make it like if the person has told you to make it in a year or in a month. You should always make it in the time is given. Don't take the last day. Like if you're making on the last day, oh no, this is the last day, let me make it today only. Otherwise, I'll get beatings from whoever told you to do that. But if you do it the whole month, step by step, it will not be so much. You will have you can have patience. Little time is there. I can do this, and while you are doing it, you should be truthful to yourself that you're making it in a proper way. You are making it out of sand. You should not be telling a lie to the owner, whoever's telling you to make the pyramid, to you fill air in it and then tell, oh, I've made the pyramid in a day only. But the consequences will become into, it will have a delusion. And it will all fall in 1 second. So this is the example of this verse, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Narayani. Very nice you have made of your own. Children, try to make whatever examples you can make. Okay? And try to explain. We might be not right or wrong, but Narayani has done very good job. Thank you very much, Narayani. We will go to Akash. Akash, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Akash has an exams, children, but still he has come because he was allotted the work last time. We could not do. Thank you, Akash, to come and present this verse. Go ahead, Akash.
Namaste everyone. My name is Akash and today I'm going to explain the fifth shloka from the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Ahimsa samata tushtihi tapodanam yasho yashah bhavanti bhava bhutanam mattayeva pritagvidah non-injury, equanimity, contentment, penance, charity, fame, and infamy. These various states of living beings arise from me only. In this shloka, Shri Krishna states that all these qualities manifest in individuals to the extent granted by him alone. Everything, including our body, mind, thoughts, and feelings, comes from God. He is the creator, supporter, and destroyer of all. The entire universe is it's an expansion of a tiny fraction of his energy. Hence, he is the source of all good and bad natures in living beings. The energy of God manifests in us positively or negatively according to the actions we perform. Thank you, Sachin sir, for giving me a chance to speak. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Children, I will tell you this 10.5 and 10.4 by the small example. Just have a look at this. You have know the story of Krishna was eating mud.
Yes, sir.
So
Sir, I have a very
Yashoda wanted to see what is there in the mouth. And what was there, we all know. It was the entire universe in his mouth. So what Krishna is trying to tell us is that in every emotions which you have, good or bad, in every act which you do, good or bad, you always will have Krishna in you. So when it is about Krishna, we think good things only, isn't it? So Krishna is there in the universe, what you see outside, as well as in yourself. So always be aware of that in your emotions, you always keep good things then. Do not keep the bad things. You always keep the good Krishna in you. There is no bad Krishna, but you always have good qualities what Krishna wants. and that good qualities was given in 10.4, 10.5. Vishnu's story is there today. Vishnu, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Namaste, everyone. Today I shall tell the story of Ram Setu, the bridge that was built by the monkey army. The story is this. When Hanuman came back after burning the whole golden city of Lanka, Lord Rama and all the monkeys were very sad hearing the plight of Mother Sita. They understood that Ravana will not let Mother Sita come back without fighting with Lord Rama and his monkey army. Meanwhile, back at the Golden City, Ravana was furious at Hanuman. One single messenger of Lord Rama caused this much trouble. What damage could an entire army cause? He thought, troubled. He asked his advisors what he should do. They told him that he is the mightiest Rakshasa in the world and he should not fear Rama even if he attacks him. It was only his brother Vibhishana who dared up to speak. Brother, it would be right to restore Mother Sita and pay heed to Hanuman's advice, said Vibhishana. But Ravana refused to believe him and said, it seems you're jealous of my growing fame and glory. You are a disgrace to the family. Hearing these cruel words, Vibhishana got angry and left the assembly. He left Lanka left Lanka to join Rama and his monkey army. Now Sugriva's army was ready to go to Lanka and help Lord Rama get back Mother Sita. The only obstacle was crossing the ocean, so Rama sat down near the shore and offered prayers to the ocean god, asking him to help them cross the ocean. He sat there for 3 days. He sat for 3 days and 3 nights. In the next day, Lord Rama saw that when the offered prayer he gave was not the ocean god was not listening to his prayers. So he took his arrow and said that and aimed it at the god of ocean and said, I shall cause this ocean to dry up, he said. Seeing what Rama was about to do, the ocean god got scared and he appeared there immediately. And he said, I would be going against nature if I were allow you to cross the mighty big ocean. You can take help of the god or the son of god architect Nala. Vishwamitra, he can build a bridge across me. All I can do to help is to assure that my sea creatures shall not harm or and attack you or your army. Rama went to Nala, set about his task. All monkeys began to work under him. They went around collecting trees, boulders, and other material for the bridge. To make them float on the surface, Hanuman engraved the words Rama on each of them. Finally, the bridge was complete. The entire army prayed to Lord Shiva for his blessing and headed out to Lanka. We all know the epic battle. that was fought by between Rama and Ravana, and how Mother Sita was brought back to Ayodhya. I would like to tell about what scientists also think Ram Setu is in the present day. Through a point of debate, there are evidence that prove that Ram Setu may be real. For example, there is in fact a bridge called Dam Bridge that connects India and Sri Lanka. Thus, bridge is made of limestone shoals. Though rock sink in water, there are some rock from volcanic eruptions that float in water. Also, studies on the limestone are now on the find the date. This studies prove that Ram Setu may be real and or not a mythological fact.
Excellent, Vishnu. Very nicely you have brought out the scientific basis of the Rama Setu. Children, you all know Ram, even the name of Ram is so powerful that the heavy stones could only, by putting the name of Ram, it floated in the water. So what does it mean? If you have faith in God, whatever you are dull or you are not intelligent or you are not active, you will become active. You will grow very well. You will become very strong. No one can bully you, children. So you have faith in Lord Rama, who is again the avatar of Vishnu, or Lord Krishna, who is again the avatar of Vishnu. And just not faith, but also have understanding, the right understanding of his teaching. So that's where we are heading. We'll go to 6th verse by Ira. Ira, over to you. Children, Ira is there? Okay.
No, sir.
No, sir.
She's not there.
Can someone chant? Someone wants to chant this verse? Aditi or Sarayu, Narayani, anyone?
Sir, can
Can I chant?
Sir, can I say?
Yeah. Yeah, please, please. Who is that?
Sir, this is Sari.
Salokya. Sarayu. Okay. Sarayu chant, please.
Okay, sir. Maharshaya sapta purve.
Purve.
Chatvaro manavastataha.
Chatvaro manavasta.
Madbhava manasajata.
Madhava manasajata.
Ajata.
Loka imah prajaha.
Esha
Lokaima prajaha.
Okay. Salokya is there? Salokya?
Yes, sir.
Can you read this? Can you read us all this, what you said?
Okay, sir.
Please read.
Sapta
Go ahead.
Mahashraya. The 7 great sages. Purva.
Katavaraha, the early four sages, Tata Manava, and the 14 Manas, Madhabhava, who processed my nature, Yasam Prajaha, and whose progeny, Imaha, are these, Lok, in the world, Jataha, born, Manasa, of my mind. The meaning is the 7 great sages, the earlier 4 sages, and the 14 manas who possess my nature and whose progeny are these in the world are born of my mind. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Salokya. And sorry, those who have raised hand, I could not ask everyone to sing this verse. Next time we'll get a chance. So children, remember, it is a very important verse. You know, for one reason, how are we born? We are born out of Manu. Okay, and that is what is told in this verse. It is told that first God created Brahmaji from the navel. And then Brahmaji had to do tapas for 10,000 years. Imagine sitting for a class for 1 hour is difficult. 10,000 years he was sitting, listening to whatever sounds in the universe, and he created all these following things. First, what he did is, he made out 4 Sanakadi rishis. But what happened? They did not want to get married. They just only studied Brahman and they get liberated. Then he got very angry. Brahmaji wanted to create more and more people. He wanted population on the world. But then he was getting so angry, 21 Rudras came out of him. And they came out of the eyebrow of Brahmaji. Just like Brahmaji came from Lord Vishnu's navel, 21 Rudras came out of the eyebrows. But they also took the Marga, Sannyasi Marga. They did not want to get married. Ayo, what to do now? Brahmaji has to create the world, isn't it? Then he created Sapta Rishis, 7 Rishis. And our Gotras are named after them. Okay. So these 7 Rishis then started having children. They were Grahastha, means they had family. And they, after them, 14 Manus were created also by Brahmaji, same time. The Manu is actually like a ruler for one Yuga, Chatur Yuga. Do you know, children, what is Chatur Yuga? Can anyone tell me?
Yes, sir, I know what is Chaturya.
Sir, the 4 yugas.
Tell Raghav. Go ahead, Raghav.
So in Hindu religion, so there are 4 yugas. First is Satyugs and second is Treta Yuga and third is Dwapar Yuga and fourth is Kali Yuga. So when these combine, they create one Chatur Yuga, and these 71 Chatur Yuga create a Manvantara.
Correct. So we are now in 21st
Uncle, that we
Chatur
are
Yuga.
right now
Okay.
in Kali Yuga.
Okay, correct. So we are in the 4th part of Chatur Yuga. Chatur Yuga means 4, and we are in the last part. But you know, there are 71 Chatur Yugas which has to be completed, and one Yuga, children, is how many years? It is 1,000 years. Can you imagine? Generally, human beings live for only 100 years, but one Chatur Yuga is 1,000
80 to
years.
90.
So how many? What is that?
80 to 90 less.
Okay, okay. So many are left, and Brahmaji's one day is equal to all of the 14 Manu. So imagine Brahmaji, if blinks, is equal to so many years of our life, isn't it? So we will actually stop here. It is already 9:15. Aloki's story we will take next class as the first story, and we will also have Divyanchi's verse, and we'll get someone new in the next. We have a very interesting personality in the next class who also teaches the paintings. So she will also tell us how to see God in everything. Whatever you do, children, from today, try to look whether there is God in this. We can always have theoretical knowledge, but have practical knowledge also. Okay, you try to from tomorrow, like Kavin was very fond to tell who is Satvik, who is Rajasic, who is Tamasic. He was always comparing it. When I was last year, we were discussing about Satvik, Rajasic, Tamasic. Now, what I want children is homework is you now find where is God and tell me where God is not there. In next class, we will have few more vibhutis of God. Okay.
Sir,
Before
shall I
that,
say the 7 Saptarishis name?
you please tell who is that. Please tell.
Devyanshi. First one
Yeah.
is Kashyapa, the second one is Gautama, the third one is Bharadwaja, then the fourth one is Vishwamitra, then fifth one is Jamadagini, and after that it is Vashishta and Atri. These are the they are the
Very nice. Fantastic.
7 Saptarishis.
Saptarishi. Fantastic.
Uh,
Also, one more homework is, can you see the Saptarishi in the sky? You will tell next time, not now. Okay. So we will end the class. Please chant this
Yes,
after
sir.
me. Okay.
Sir, can you tell the
Purnamadha
Wait, Vishnu.
Purnamada
Purnamidam.
Purnamidam Shanti Shanti Hari Om Hari Om